Tom, today I want to talk about something heavy, something people are scared to discuss honestly: cheating. Why do people cheat? Are they unhappy, or do they just do it because they can?
That's a tough one, Anna, and it's never just one reason. People try to make it simple. Oh, they cheated because they didn't love their partner anymore. But life is messier. Sometimes people cheat not because they're deeply unhappy, but because they have terrible impulse control. The opportunity appears, someone gives them attention, maybe they're drunk, and suddenly it turns into something animalistic, not even logical.
Right. It's strange how sometimes people think cheating is this huge, planned act, but often it's not some long emotional affair. It's just a moment of selfishness, ego, or lack of control. People overthink the motives of cheating sometimes, but sometimes it really is exactly what you said: purely impulsive, almost animal behavior, with no thought of the consequences.
Exactly. And in those cases, the person might actually love their partner, but they still cheat because their ego is stronger than their self-control. It's selfish. That's the bottom line. No matter what situation someone is in, cheating is ultimately an act of selfishness.
But then there's another side. There are people who cheat because they feel trapped. They think they can't leave their marriage. Kids, money, social circle, fear of shame. They stay, but they're completely unhappy, and cheating becomes an escape, an outlet. Not a healthy one, of course.
I've heard that many times. Some people think just leave the marriage instead of cheating. But leaving a marriage is incredibly hard. Imagine splitting your income in half, managing 2 homes, deciding who gets what. And if you have kids, my God, the guilt. Mom guilt, dad guilt. You start worrying about messing up your children's lives. You worry about breaking the family. You worry about losing the couple friends you've built your whole life around. And society judges divorced women differently than divorced men. It's so unfair, but that's reality.
And you feel guilty towards your spouse too, even if you know the marriage is over. Rejecting your partner is painful. So instead of leaving, some people cheat. Not because it's right, but because they feel stuck and want intimacy, either emotional or physical, from somewhere.
And, of course, the right thing is to not cheat. If you're done, do the hard work and the relationship first. But we're not explaining what's right, we're explaining why people do what they do. And sometimes cheating becomes the easy, quick solution in a moment of weakness.
Right. But then there's a different group entirely: the serial cheaters, the narcissists, the ones who crave validation and attention constantly. They don't care who gets hurt. For them, it's about the thrill, the ego, the power, the feeling of being wanted. That's a different category altogether.
Yes, those people don't cheat because they're unhappy, they cheat because it feeds their ego. And they will cheat on anyone. It doesn't matter who they're with.
And then there are the cases where there's no marriage, no kids, no finances holding them together, just a relationship, like long-term boyfriend and girlfriend. People think it's less serious, but it's still betrayal.
Absolutely. I once heard a story about someone who said, "What about a non-legally binding relationship that is long-term and you are fully committed to? My boyfriend cheated on me. There were no excuses, no kids, no marriage, no money issues, just cheating because he felt like it."
Yeah, I know a similar story. A girl told me her boyfriend cheated for 9 months out of their 12-month relationship, and she didn't know until he finally left her for the girl he said was just a friend. He didn't need a reason. He wasn't unhappy. He just decided to cheat, starting 3 months into the relationship. She said, "Why? Just tell me you're not feeling it anymore and leave. Why put someone through hell?" She really loved him.
That's the painful part. Cheating doesn't always happen because something is wrong in the relationship. Sometimes it happens because something is wrong inside the person who cheats.
Exactly. But I think the saddest part is that many people cheat simply because they never developed emotional maturity. They don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to handle boredom or conflict or desire. They don't know how to be honest about their feelings, so they act out instead of talking.
Yes, and I want to address something important. People always have the option to leave. They always have the choice to end the relationship before cheating. And in most cases, when the cheating is discovered, divorce or breakup becomes inevitable anyway. So you might as well end it first and save everyone the pain.
But emotions make people irrational. Some are terrified to be alone. Some are afraid to start over. Some think cheating is a temporary relief that won't be discovered. Some even believe they can cheat and still keep the relationship intact.
But the truth is, it always leaves a scar. Even if the relationship survives, it's never the same.
Let's talk about the unhappiness side more. Sometimes people cheat because they feel invisible in their own home. They feel unloved, unheard, unwanted. And then someone else gives them a little attention and they grab onto it like a lifeline.
That happens a lot. Someone at work talks to them kindly or compliments them or simply listens. And suddenly they feel alive again. They feel seen. But the problem is, they don't deal with the real issue. They don't fix the marriage or leave it. They just start a secret life.
And there's the loneliness that can happen even inside a relationship. People assume you can't be lonely if you're partnered, but that's completely untrue.
I think many affairs start because people feel emotionally starved.
But emotional starvation doesn't justify betrayal.
Absolutely not. But it explains the psychology.
So we have people who cheat because they're unhappy and stuck, people who cheat because they're impulsive and selfish, people who cheat because of ego and attention addiction, people who cheat because they can't face leaving, and people who cheat simply because they don't care.
And the sad thing is, cheating damages everyone. It breaks trust permanently, it destroys someone's sense of safety, it can ruin families.
And I think sometimes people don't realize that cheating doesn't just hurt the relationship, it hurts the person's ability to trust in all future relationships. You take something away from someone that is hard to give back.
Yes, and the person who gets cheated on often blames themselves first. They think, what did I do wrong? Why wasn't I enough? But the truth is, cheating says more about the cheater than the person who was betrayed.
I wish more people understood that.
So, final question. Do people cheat because they're unhappy or because they can?
Both. Sometimes it's deep emotional pain. Sometimes it's impulsive selfishness. Sometimes it's fear. Sometimes it's ego. But the result is the same. The moment someone crosses that line, the damage is done.
And the real answer is simple. People cheat because in that moment, they choose themselves over the person they promised to love.
And that's why real relationships require communication, maturity, and self-control.
And honesty. Brutal, uncomfortable honesty.
Because if you don't talk about the things that hurt, you'll eventually do things that hurt even more.
That's the truth.